My name is Pete Smythe. I'm from a company called Bright Cold Day Films, based out of London, and I'm here with a project called Kinkaseki, which is a revenge thriller set in 1950s Hong Kong, and we're looking to do it as a Chinese co-production and looking for either European or American co-producing partners as well. Our main hopes and objectives coming to the market has been to sort of foster relationships more than anything else. So to introduce our project to people, it's still at quite an early stage, and then for it to be something to build on over the coming months, so we can set up meetings again towards the end of the year. I prepared for the market visit by sort of getting I guess refreshing my memory about the project that we're working on, making sure that we had a sort of coherent pitch ready. Making sure we knew what we wanted from the market, and then researching the companies who we'd be meeting with, making sure we understood what their slates were and what sort of areas they worked in. So, I guess what went well in the market was we managed to meet with sort of 3 or 4 companies who were really promising as potential partners. You know, they work in the same area that we're working in. They're interested in the type of film that we're making, and they're interested in working with China. So that went very well. It looks like there are some potentially really strong relationships there. The sort of co-production treaty between the UK and China was signed quite recently, maybe about a year ago. So co-productions between the UK and China and between Europe and China are starting to take off more. And there are a few sort of schemes and programs within Europe that are really trying to foster that. And the Chinese the Chinese film community are sort of very interested in fostering those relationships as well. So it's something that's becoming more of a thing. The interesting thing is, if you want to do something as an official co-production, there needs to be sort of real Chinese content in there, which we kind of have naturally, sort of. But you can do a sort of an unofficial co-production, so it's essentially there doesn't need to be any Chinese content. China just wants to invest in it and take the Chinese rights. So yeah. What went less well during the market? It's hard to say really. Even the meetings that I've taken that haven't necessarily gone anywhere now, they were useful. You know, they were interesting. It's a very relaxed marketplace. So I guess 1 or 2 meetings sort of didn't go anywhere particularly right now, but we hope that they will maybe in the future. Off the back of this festival. Has evolved. We have some sort of potential partners now who we can deal with. So I guess we're still interested in talking to others. But going forward, I guess our next steps are to get a sort of draft of our script that's in a good enough place to send to the people who we've now met, and just sort of keep the relationships going. And I think sort of, get their help in then taking the project, to the next stage and raising production finance for it. Do you know what? I've finished my meetings now, so this afternoon is now I'm going to watch the films. Yeah, but the festival in general. It's a really great market. It's so much more laid back than the other ones that I've been to. Sort of Cannes and Berlin are great, but everyone's so busy and they're so big and there are so many people. Here, it feels a lot more. Almost like a family. Everybody seems to know each other. It feels a lot more contained, and everyone's a lot more relaxed. As a market, it just feels like it's sort of the best kept secret in the film industry in a weird way, but it seems to be something that's growing, and I hope it continues to do so, just because it's got a really nice, unique vibe that no other market I've been to sort of feels as friendly as this one.